What is up, guys? I'm so excited that you're joining me on this journey for the next 6 weeks, which I'm going to talk to you all about. So this is a little bit of an introduction video. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself as well as what to expect in this program. So obviously, if you signed up, you know who I am, or you've heard of me through your friends, family, whatever, and they had results, so you're coming to me. I have been in the fitness industry for like 4 or 5 years now, and I love nutrition. I research about it, and everything that I am, everything that you're about to experience is something I have experienced. So you'll hear a lot about my experience throughout the next 6 weeks because I I use science, right? And then I also have tried it. Okay. It's not like I read it in a book, so it must be good. I've actually tried it on my body, and whatever has worked for me is basically what I am going to be giving you all. So this program is meant for 6 weeks, but sort of not really. So when people ask me that, I was kind of like, well, you're not done in 6 weeks. This isn't a 6 week weight loss program or anything like that. It is a whole bunch of education in regards to macro counting. And then you take that and then you can use it for the rest of your life. Okay. So it's a suggested 6 weeks. And the reason being is so that you are going slowly. So technically, today, since you have access to all of this information, you could listen to every single one of my videos and be done with it. I mean, I certainly wouldn't do it that way, but I do realize that some of you are coming onto this program. And for example, the first 2 weeks is learning how to weigh and track your foods. And I realize some of you already know how to do that. So this is a course that you can go at your own pace. You have access to it for 8 weeks. And then after that 8 weeks, you do not have access to it anymore. So I highly encourage you to take notes, just like a college or high school class where you are actually learning and putting these things into action. So this program is meant to be practical. Like, here's information, go and try it, right? So it's all experimental for you and your body as well. So I'm also a one-on-one coach, right? I am a nutrition coach, and I have a lot of one-on-one clients. And I will say, you guys, some coaches might tell you that macros are like special. They're not. There's a certain way that we do things. And yes, if you have underlying conditions like diabetes, thyroid issues, things like that, then yeah, I would definitely consult a coach. But if you're just kind of like me and you know, like you don't have any really issues, macros aren't really special, right? The special part that comes from a coach is that accountability piece. So if you get through this and you're like, I know what to do, but I need someone to hold me accountable, reach out to me. I also suggest that you find someone in the private Facebook group, whether you know them or not, just reach out to me and be like, yo, will you be my accountability partner? Let's check in with each other every Tuesday or something, or every Sunday, whatever. That is very important, to have someone to call you on your bullshit. To have someone to be like, what went wrong? What went well? What are you going to change? Right? That is the biggest thing that I do with my clients. It's growth mindset, not fixed mindset. And that is huge, you guys. That mindset piece is, knowledge is one thing. And then after that, it's like, it's all learning processes. I tell my clients, like, there's no mistakes. There's only learning experiences. If you say that you have all these mistakes and you failed and blah, blah, like, that's all bullshit. I think that you did fail is if you didn't learn from it, right? So if I don't hit my macros because I was out of town, or, you know, life happened, mom life, what I do is I sit and I reflect. What am I going to do the next time something like this comes up? How am I going to be more successful the next time? If you sit there and then you sit and weep and have a pity party about it, then yeah, you did fail because you allowed yourself to. Failing is giving up. As long as you don't give up and you dust yourself off and you learn from it and then you move forward, that's a learning experience. That's how I have learned this entire process, is doing something for a consistent period of time and then being like, well, that didn't fucking work. On to the next. Or that did work. Let's keep doing that. That's life. Don't we do that with our children, especially you guys that are moms or dads? Like, that's what we do, right? Like, it's all an experiment. Try it out. Like, we watch our kid, like, we know he's going to crash and burn, but we're like, He'll figure it out. That's literally life. Like, that's what we're here for. So I'm here to like give you the suggestions and the tools, and everything I say is a suggestion, and what's worked in my experience, right? So the first 2 weeks, you are going to see the videos, and they are going to be on how to weigh your food accurately. So you need a scale, a food scale, and then how to track them in FitnessPal. So some of you weigh your foods appropriately, but you get a little mixed up on how you add them in FitnessPal. And if you have a different tracking app, fine, great. I honestly, personally do not care. I use FitnessPal, my experience. That's what I'm proficient in. So that's the one that I'm sharing with you. If you have other ideas, great, post them on our, in our private group or whatever, but this is the one that has consistently worked for me. So that's why I'm sharing it. So that's weeks 1 and 2. And then weeks 3 and 4 is a plethora of knowledge. You are going to, I'm going to do a little small synopsis on what is a macro, right? Protein, carbs, and fats. I do not get in depth about this. So if you want more knowledge about what proteins are, what are the good proteins, all of those things are carbs and fat. That is not what this course is about. So that's why I wasn't going to give, 2-3 videos on that, because this course is not on that. You came to this course to learn how to calculate your macros. And so that is what I'm here to educate you about. I'm working on another program that has more detail about different macros and, their benefit and all of that. So that's a different course. Okay. So that is like a small little synopsis. And then we go into finding our baseline, how many calories you should be eating a day, how to set your macros, and then playing macro Tetris. So basically it's all about that. That's like the meat and potatoes, right? So weeks 1 and 2, your task is going to be like to learn how to weigh foods and put them in FitnessPal accurately. And just to keep doing that for like a week or 2. I always suggest my clients do that. It's like super important. You don't want to jump into something a lot harder than something that you need to learn how to do consistently and accurately, right? So you do that for like a week or 2. And then, then you go into the macros. And you guys, I cannot reiterate this enough. There is not magic with the macros, okay? There is percentages you should stay within, but it's up to you to experiment with that, okay? And then the biggest one that I think a lot of you are going to benefit from, the scariest one, but the most important imperative one, is on reverse dieting, which is adding calories to your diet. Scary as shit. Like, I get it, but there are probably 95% of you that are watching this video do not eat enough. And through this, if nothing else, it is a very important time for you to sit down and be honest with yourself. Okay. So it's not about, it's about consistency and what you're consuming. Okay. There are people, like, I can count on my hands how many people have told me I eat healthy, and you probably do. I eat salads every day, but salads every day aren't super healthy either, because where the hell are your carbs? Like, you get your veggie intake, sweet, but like, where's your carbs? Where's your protein? Are you putting protein on your salads, or are you just eating vegetables and not consuming, proteins or, carbs besides vegetables? So there are people that say that they eat healthy, and you probably do. I don't deem things as like healthy and unhealthy. I mean, there are better choices than others, but it's about consistency and the amount you're consuming. And the majority of women, especially when they come to me, they are not consuming near enough calories in order to even lose weight. And I talk about that a lot. Like, I want to go off on a tangent right now, but I'm not going to. I'm going to wait till you get to that video. That is very scary. But again, you guys, this process is more than 6 weeks. It is more than 8 weeks. It is more than a year. It is for the rest of your life. I want you to learn something and educate yourself on why you're doing things, because the moment you have the why behind it, like, you kind of understand the science a little bit more, it's a lot easier to do it, in my opinion. So if I understand why I'm reverse dieting, what is the point of adding food to my diet, I'm more likely to do it instead of some random person just telling me to do it, right? So very important. And I want to hear your guys' feedback throughout this entire process. So like, comments, questions, concerns, post it on our private page. Like, I cannot urge you enough. Those of you that know me, they know that I'm like very quick to responding. Like, if you text me, I like get back to you within 5 minutes. And if not, like, something went bonkers in my world, because I always am very prompt. I'm an educator. I've been educating for 10 years in the school system and now adults. Like, the biggest thing for me is getting back to people very promptly. So anything that you need, you can reach out to me or post in that group, and other people might have answers too, or other people might have suggestions. So if you're like, shit, I'm out of my proteins, what do I eat? And the document that I posted in the course doesn't give you information, post on there, ask for help. Like, if you just sit around and you're like, well, I don't know what to do, ask for help, ask people what they're doing, because I don't know everything. Okay. I give you my experience and the science behind that. And then there are other people that have better ideas than I do. Like, when it comes to food, I'm like very simple, right? And there's other people that make these like badass like recipes and all this stuff. Like, that's not my jam. That's not me. That's not how I want to live my lifestyle. And you have to determine through this program how you want to live. It's up to no one else. Quit fucking comparing yourself to everyone else in the world. It is you. How are you feeling? How are you sleeping? What energy do you have? How are you feeling your body? Not the person fucking next to you. Okay. But use people as support. Very important. So that's another thing that I want to say at the beginning of this program. I would really recommend that you take photos. So you want to take photos in your bra and underwear, or men in shorts, and front, side, and back angle in a mirror. And then you want to do that every single week. Okay. Some people are like, I don't want to. And then, like 6 weeks down the road, they fucking wish that they would have, because they don't know how far they came, because weight is only one number, and weight is silly, especially for females with our hormones. Like, weight is one piece of measurement. Okay. If you want an InBody scan, I do those. If you're a member at our gym, they're $30. If you're not, they're $45. It's a very quick body fat analysis. It tells you how much skeletal muscle mass that you have. It tells you how much percentage of body fat that you have. And that is like a good indicator to like get a scan, and then, continue your consistency, your process, and then come back in for another one to see what kind of transformation you have. So I always recommend doing measurements, getting some sort of body comp scan if it's available to you wherever you are, pictures, and weight. But weight is like that's the last thing that I really kind of look at. Okay, so then weeks 5 and 6 are a little bit more advanced weeks, right? So those are going to be, I talk about caloric states. So what is a cut? What is a surplus? What is a maintenance in regards to macros? And then I talk about nutrient timing. And then the last video, I talked to you about like moving forward, what is it going to look like for you? And that's basically it. But again, you guys, as you go through these videos, if you have lingering questions, please ask me or ask the group. It's very important. There are tons of people in the private Facebook page. So please reach out to those people and see what they say, or reach out to me specifically. It's very important. Okay. Don't let those lingering ideas or questions, sit around. Just don't ask the damn question. And if I don't know the answer, I will find someone that does. I surround myself with a lot of people that are way smarter than me. That's how I gain my knowledge, is from others. So anyways, again, take your time with this course. You have access to it for 8 weeks. Go back, rewatch videos. If you're like, wait, what did she say? Go at it at your own pace and consume the knowledge. Take notes, do things practical. Use this as an experiment for yourself. Again, this is the last thing I have to say. This is not a weight loss program. This is not how I designed the program. It is a program for you to learn how to track macros and weigh foods appropriately. It has nothing to do with weight loss, because I want my clients to be healthy. And yes, sometimes that means losing weight, but I always want it done in a healthy manner. So nothing I do is quick fixes. You will see that, especially in the reverse diet video, when I talk about adding calories and staying there for a while. That is always the most important thing for me. So if you are in this to lose a shitload of weight in the next 6 weeks, I'm probably not your girl and you can probably just shut me off, but that's not my jam. It never has been. I'm in this industry to teach men and women how to live a healthy lifestyle and a sustainable one at that. So that's what you will see. That is my mission and vision for all. So yeah, I'm really excited for you guys. So please, again, reach out to me with anything that you have. And I'm so excited to get to know you. Okay, bye.